A dolphin and a little deaf and dumb boy who started talking. The whole world was shocked. New Zealand, a land where the ocean sings its songs and nature seems to be imbued with magic, is home to one of the most moving stories of our time. On the picturesque coast of the Hauraki Bay, where the waves whisper secrets and dolphins dance in the water, a story of friendship that has overcome all barriers, language, physical and even human, has unfolded. This is a story about a little boy who could not hear or speak, and a dolphin who gave him a voice. What happened shocked the whole world, and forever changed the way we think about the relationship between humans and nature. At the center of this story is 8-year-old Oliver Clark, a deaf and mute boy from the town of Coromandel, and a dolphin named Luna, who became not just a friend but a real miracle. Their story, which began as a chance encounter, turned into a sensation that touched millions of hearts. Oliver was born in Coromandel, a small coastal town where everyone knew each other. His parents, Emma and Tom Clark, were teachers at the local school. When Oliver was 2 years old, doctors diagnosed him with congenital deafness, which was accompanied by an inability to speak. The doctors explained that his condition was incurable, but Emma and Tom did not lose hope. They taught Oliver sign language, took him to special classes, and encouraged his love of drawing, the only way he could express his emotions. Oliver was quiet and shy. At school, he kept to himself, because the children, although they tried to be kind, did not always understand how to communicate with him. His only solace was the sea. Every weekend, Emma would take Oliver to the beach, where he would sit on the shore for hours, drawing the waves, seagulls, and dolphins he often saw in the bay. "It's like he's talking to the ocean," Emma said, as she watched her son sketch the pages of his sketchbook. In the summer of 2019, Oliver's life changed. During one of his walks to the beach, he noticed a dolphin swimming closer to the shore than usual. The animal was young, with silver skin that sparkled in the sun. Oliver, fascinated, ran to the water holding his album. The dolphin, as if sensing his presence, swam even closer and made a series of clicks and whistles. Oliver, who could not hear these sounds, smiled and waved. Emma, who was watching the scene, was surprised. The dolphin did not swim away, but continued to circle the shore as if playing with the boy. The local fishermen who knew the bay said the dolphin was a female, whom they nicknamed Luna for her love of moonlit nights. Luna became a frequent visitor to the beach, and whenever Oliver came, she would appear as if she were waiting for him. Emma started filming these encounters on her phone. Noticing that Oliver came to life around Luna, he would draw her, show her his drawings, and the dolphin would seem to respond by jumping out of the water or touching his outstretched hand with her nose. Over time, Oliver and Luna's friendship became a local legend. The people of Coromandel came to the beach to watch the boy and the dolphin talk. Oliver used gestures to communicate with Luna, and she responded with movements, clicks, and even light touches. Emma noticed that Oliver had become more open. He smiled more often, and his drawings, which had previously been full of gray tones, shone with the blue and gold colors of the ocean. One day, Emma decided to contact a local marine biologist, Dr. Lisa Henderson, who had been studying dolphins in Hauraki Bay. Lisa was impressed by Luna's behavior. Dolphins are extremely intelligent animals, but to have this kind of connection with a human, especially a child who cannot hear their sounds, is something unique, she said. Lisa offered to arrange for Oliver to have lessons with Luna as part of a dolphin therapy program that helped children with special needs. Emma agreed, hoping it would benefit her son. The lessons took place in a specially equipped swimming pool on the coast, where Luna could swim alongside Oliver under the supervision of the coaches. The boy, who was afraid of water because of his deafness, felt confident with Luna. He swam alongside her, holding onto her fin, and she gently supported him. During these sessions, Oliver started to make sounds, indistinct like sobbing. But for Emma, it was a real miracle. "He's trying," she told Lisa with tears in her eyes. Lisa suggested that Luna, through her sound signals, could stimulate Oliver's brain through the vibrations he felt in his body. Dolphins use echolocation, and these vibrations can affect the nervous system, she explained. But no one was prepared for what happened a year later. In August 2020, after a year of regular training with Luna, Oliver and his mother came to the beach. Luna, as always, was waiting for them, jumping out of the water and making happy clicks. Oliver, holding his sketchbook, showed the dolphin a new drawing, a portrait of Luna under the moon. He reached out to pet her and suddenly made a sound that made Emma freeze. It wasn't a sob or a mumble, but a clear word, "Luna." Emma shouted with joy, not believing her ears. Oliver, surprised by his own voice, repeated, "Luna." The dolphin seemed to understand, jumped out of the water and let out a series of whistles, as if celebrating with him. Emma filmed the moment on her phone, trembling with emotion. She immediately sent the video to Lisa, who was stunned. "It's impossible, but it happened," she said as she watched the recording. The doctors who examined Oliver confirmed that his vocal cords, which had been thought to be inoperable, had begun to function. They could not explain how this happened, but suggested that the vibrations from Luna's sounds, as well as the emotional connection with the dolphin, could stimulate the brain centers responsible for speech. "It's not just a medical miracle, it's something more," said a neurologist who consulted the family. Emma posted a video of Oliver saying, "Luna," on social media with the caption, "My son spoke thanks to a dolphin." The video went viral, gaining tens of millions of views in a week. People from all over the world wrote comments, sharing their own stories of miracles performed by animals. Media headlines screamed, "Dolphin teaches deaf and mute boy to speak." Coromandel became the center of attention, and the beach where Oliver met Luna became a place of pilgrimage for tourists and journalists. Oliver and Luna's story changed the lives of the Clark family. Oliver began working with a speech therapist, and although his speech remained limited, he learned to say simple words and phrases. Most often he said moon, mum, and sea. His drawings, which now depicted not only the dolphin but also happy scenes from his life, were exhibited in local galleries. Oliver, once a shy boy, became a local celebrity, and his smile inspired everyone who saw him. But fame also had a dark side. Some skeptics accused Emma of making up the story for popularity. Others, on the other hand, demanded that Luna be taken to a dolphinarium for research. Environmentalists opposed the idea, stressing that Luna was a wild animal and belonged in the ocean. Emma and Lisa organized a campaign to protect Luna and Hauraki Bay from the excessive attention of tourists who were beginning to disturb the dolphins. The biggest challenge was Oliver's illness. In 2021, doctors diagnosed him with an infection that weakened his immune system. He couldn't go to the beach, and that was more upsetting than the illness itself. Emma noticed that Luna, as if sensing Oliver's absence, began to swim closer to the shore, making sad sounds. The locals said that the dolphin was missing his friend. Lisa offered to organize a special meeting with Luna for Oliver when he recovers. In the hospital, Oliver drew a dolphin and whispered her name as if to call her. Emma believed that the connection with Luna would help him recover, and she was right. In February 2022, after several months of treatment, Oliver returned to the beach. He was weak, but his eyes lit up when he saw Luna waiting for him in the water. The boy, supported by Emma's hand, entered the sea, and Luna gently swam to him, touching his face with her nose. Oliver, who could now speak a little better, said, "Luna, I'm here." The dolphin let out a happy whistle and spun around him. This meeting, filmed by Lisa, became another viral video. But the most shocking thing was what happened a few months later. Oliver, who continued his lessons with Luna, began not only to speak but also to sing. During one of the dolphin therapy sessions, he quietly sang a simple melody he heard from his mother. His voice, though weak, was clear and touching. Lisa, who was present, recorded it and said, "This is not just a language. It is Oliver's soul that Luna has awakened." The video of Oliver singing went viral. Scientists, psychologists, and musicians came to Coromandel to understand how a deaf and mute boy was able not only to speak, but also to sing. Some called it the Luna effect, others called it divine intervention. But for Emma and Tom, it was simply a miracle that their son's friendship with a dolphin gave him. The story of Oliver and Luna changed many lives. A dolphin therapy center was opened in Coromandel, where children with special needs could work with dolphins under the supervision of specialists. Oliver became its unofficial ambassador, showing his drawings and singing for visitors. His songs, though simple, touched everyone who heard them. Luna remained wild, but continued to visit the bay as if to guard Oliver. The locals respected her freedom, and Hauraki Bay became a nature reserve thanks to Lisa and Emma's efforts. Oliver, now 11 years old, dreamed of becoming an ocean conservationist like Lisa and dedicated his drawings to marine animals. The world never ceased to be amazed by this story. Oliver and Luna's video was used in documentaries about the connection between humans and nature, and their friendship inspired people to believe in miracles. The comments to the video read, "Luna is an angel in a dolphin's body," and Oliver proved that love can overcome anything. The story of Oliver and Luna has become a symbol of hope, love, and the power of friendship to transcend all barriers. Their encounter on Coromandel Beach continues to inspire those who hear the story. Oliver, who was once imprisoned in silence, now sings to the world, and Luna, his loyal friend, reminds us that the ocean is full of mystery and wonder. Subscribe to the channel and like so you don't miss new, interesting, incredible, exciting stories. Thank you for watching and see you soon.